because you're not yourself when you're surviving. That's not you. That's not who you are. I had a rough patch in my life. I was pregnant with my third. I had 2 to take care of, and I lost my job. I lost my car. I lost everything.
On Sundays, we like to go on drives. And so that Sunday was when we had, I think it was about 5-6 inches of rain that day, and it really wasn't letting up, and it was getting quite a lot worse. And then we got worried and wanted to come check on the house. So we came back and we could see water coming out of our garage. From the back corner to about half the house, the foundation bricks had just crumbled in. I'm not a specialist with insurance. I know a little bit more now, but at the time, not something I knew a lot about. I would have assumed that this was something that would be covered. It turns out that's not quite true. We'd looked at, moving into an apartment, but we wouldn't have been able to keep paying the mortgage and pay for an apartment.
A man broke into my hotel room. I came home from work at 11:30 at night, got my baby, go to my hotel room, and there is a man in my bed. And I had to call the police 3 times before they removed him from my room. I didn't want my kids to see a world like that. I mean, we all know we grow up learning that that's a thing. But when they're little, you want to keep them as innocent and safe as possible. I didn't like the person I was. I didn't like my life. And the more I lost, the more it became evident that I just might not deserve good things in my life. I'm sorry. It's so hard. Family Promise gave me my life back.
I love Family Promise. They were so kind to me, and they helped us when we didn't know where to go. Being given an option where we're able to see a future where we can stay in Canandaigua, where we can stay in New York, we can get our house back, it's meant everything to us. Housing just affects everything in your life. Taking that weight off of someone is really life-changing.
To be part of this program, you actually have to work for it. You have to go out there and get those job interviews, get that job. This is your life. They're here to help, but you have to go manage it. I met with them on a Tuesday, stayed 2 nights where I was, and then by Friday we were moving in here. I walked up these steps on this porch, walked through that front door and up those stairs, and I saw that beachy, sunny picture right at the top of those stairs, and I was instantly calm. And I'm like, I love it here. There is a welcome mat on the floor, and I'm like, I am welcomed. This is definitely my space.
We started the Molly and Ed Shill Cares Foundation in 2022 to help those less fortunate in our community, families, women, children, and animals too.
Family Promise of Ontario County stands out in our mind from the standpoint that this is not a permanent situation for people that are homeless. They are meant to come into the shelter, work themselves to get stabilized, find them new housing, get them a job, and then move them on so they can be self-sufficient.
We love that Family Promise is not just a hand out, but they're a hand up. They help people in whatever situation they're in to help them get a home of their own. We hope the next steps for Family Promise of Ontario County is to build 2 or 3 more static sites. We'd like to see more homeless shelters sprinkled all around Ontario County.
Nobody argues with us that there's a problem of homelessness in Ontario County. It's our job as community members to try to find a way to mitigate that as much as we can. We need to make this shelter the best shelter around, because if we don't make the first shelter good, there'll never be a second one. And if we're involved, we're going to make damn sure there's a second, third, hopefully more shelters.